Welcome back to the stream, everybody. The grand final of the EU side of this Cash Cup, Summer Cash Cup number 7 to be exact, is now underway. This is a BO3 grand final for the lion's share of that cash prize. One win versus iNation should be a pretty solid matchup here. We, of course, covered that one win matchup versus Anime Submarine earlier. Mid-level advanced team who actually showed quite a bit of skill, but weren't quite able to pull off a map against globally 30th ranked One Win. One Win getting aggressive here, pushing all the way up middle, past barrels. Deco grabbing 2 with the USP, looking for more. This aggression from One Win seemingly overwhelming for iNation. Deco finding a 3rd kill for himself. Volden ultimately able to get 2 there with the P250, but glowing there for the trade just a couple of moments later. And that'll be One Win securing the first pistol round here on Dust 2. iNation with a pretty big upset in their last BO3, taking out OPA. It's actually sitting at a 108 world rank. iNation's sitting at 222. And OPA was playing with Barry and the big boys, and iNation was still able to overcome 2-1 there. Glowing going big from Catwalk, lines up 3 with that M4A4, and One Win will secure a 2nd round for themselves here on map 1. Both teams looking to get some positioning. Dragon 1999, big 1-dig. Skipper with a 1-dig of his own there at middle, so big picks there at both long and mid for iNation, bringing them a 2-man advantage already this round. Still early in the round, still quite a bit of time for One Win to potentially swing this back in their favor here. About a minute 20 on the clock. One Win working with a FAMAS MP9 and Deco with a Scout. iNation still ever dangerous with these Deagle and other upgraded pistols. Volden still sitting on that MP9. Another 1D coming in from iNation at long, this time from 2P2K. Dragon finding a P250 headshot for himself. He actually swapped out weapons with his teammate just prior to that. Golden able to get the final kill of the round there with the MP9, and iNation slices that lead to just a single round. PTK and company looking to get a pick here at long A. Walking through that initial smoke at long entry. Looking to make cross now. Doing it dry with no smoke on the cross here. Vladen able to get that initial headshot onto Travis. Deco gonna get a bit of redemption there onto PTK. Bring us to a 4-on-4 situation. iNation still advancing onto the side. Bomb will be planted by Choiv. Flash is coming in from Catwalk. One win moving in from Cat, but it's going to be a lineup for Choiv, taking out Raven and Glow there. Pair of trades in response defensively, but that's only going to leave Deco remaining here for the CT side. And it looks like he will swap out for that AWP. He's going to be saving this. Flash is coming. Things all tied up at 2 apiece. iNation advancing towards the B side here. Choiv with a nicely placed Molotov that will take out Raven. Pick went out before that as well. Deco able to get a USP headshot. PTK down, 3v3 situation. iNation trying to get the bomb planted. They will. Travis trying to get a pick here into the side on the retake. This is going to be a rough retake for one win, and it looks like iNation will indeed hold on to this one. Glowing looking for a last second kill, not going to be able to get one. C4 will detonate, and that'll officially be a third round going the way of the underdogs, iNation. iNation moving towards long A, led by PTK, but Travis on the close angle there, going to take out PTK. Deco with a nicely placed HE nade as well. That's going to be 2 down on the iNation side. Choiv making his way out Catwalk, though, does take out Deco near cross. Travis still holding down things here at long A, does find a FAMAS headshot through that smoke grenade. 2-man advantage here for one win, about 1:15 on the clock here. iNation still holding things down in middle. Pull right here on the other side of double doors. Contact potentially about to be made. Dragon does make his way out of doors. Pull going to be right there waiting for him with that silenced M4. And that's going to leave only Choiv remaining, trying to crouch back Catwalk, potentially to save his AK here. Doesn't look like he's approaching the bomb. No, things might change there. Got caught out in the open. Pull able to finish him off We're all tied up again, this time at 3 apiece. Dragon getting things going on that initial pick at mid. Did get tagged down to 9 HP though. Still a one-man advantage for iNation. Looked like they were going to push out mid. Now they are. PTK and Choiv outdoors. The full commit is not quite there yet though. Bomb actually falling back. Choiv still coming up big there. Nice Molotov placement from him into CT spawn. Two-man advantage for iNation. They're making their way into the B site. Quick exchange made as they rotate into B. PTK trying to peek into CT spawn to catch a rotator, but he maybe should have just waited that one out. Go with a late post-plant kill on the Dragon, who's not going to be able to save his weapon. But iNation does have some cash to fall back on here. He could have a teammate drop him as well. Looks like he'll be able to afford himself, though. It looks like a timeout will be taken here, potentially on behalf of one win. iNation taking control of B tunnel early. Now rotating up towards Xbox, but glowing there to intercept. Solid early pick for one win, but iNation regardless making their way into the B site. Ravenlot able to hold off the first there as Vladen falls. Skipper with a nice shot from middle, and it's only going to be Dragon remaining after that trade goes out. Dragon here on the C4 plant. Keeping an eye on doors, but not able to fend off all those angles. Too many enemies left. Too many spots to watch, and ultimately one win will get the defuse here, and we'll be all tied up again, this time at 4 apiece. iNation having to settle for 3 goals. A Tech 9 and Deke here, but Vladen opening up big there at long A. Quick headshot onto Glow with that Galil. If iNation can take care of Travis in pit, they could potentially take long, but Travis doing a lot of damage in response. Grabs one with that HE nade. Deco, a quick op pick from middle there. Skipper at Goose in a 2-on-2, but Choi brings it to a 2v1. Travis down there on CT spawn ramp, and Choi able to get the final kill of the round there as Raven wraps around out of Catwalk into the open, and iNation have regained the lead by a single round. iNation shaving some time off the clock here. One win is on a majority save here. Glowing does have that deagle in hand, but his 4 teammates all with USPs at the moment. iNation rotating back onto Catwalk. They're going to need to make a commit here soon. About 45 seconds on the clock. iNation moving out Cat to platform. Dragon still with that AWP in hand. It's actually no one's died yet this round. Skipper going to change up his positioning on the plan. He's going to go ahead and plan it for long. Not exactly planted for long, more in a default, I should say. Vladen keeping an eye on Catwalk, does take out Glow. Dragon watching long, will drop Travis. And not much one win can do here. They can try for a couple exits, potentially save an AK, but iNation looking fairly solid so far here on map 1. Good job from the underdogs thus far. One win on a full buy again here. Deco once again on the AWP, but no head armor here on the CT side. We'll see if that comes into play. iNation advancing into the B side. Holt with a huge defensive stop. Gets 3 with that AUG. Raven looking for more as he's backing him up from B platform. Dragon and Choi still back in tunnel there. Dragon going to be tagged by that ricocheting HE nade from Raven. Choi and Dragon a bit close to half HP there. Fallen back to T-spawn. Minute 5 on the clock. One win, not going on the aggressive hunt yet. And iNation looking to save this, but they'll have to survive another 45 seconds here to save these weapons. Shoaib trying to peek into B late there. Does get picked off, but Dragon's still going to try to save that AWP and T-spawn. iNation testing out long once more. Things looking pretty balanced here on Dust 2 so far, but I have a feeling iNation's going to have to start switching things up here pretty soon. Vladen looking to lead his team through Cross. He does. They're on long ramp. Travis on the defensive stop, though, from Goose. Lines up 2 with that AK-47. Vladen gets 2 for himself as well as he gets redemption on Travis there at Goose. First kill at CT spawn. Still a one-man advantage for one win, and Deco does still have that AWP in hand. Deco right there in elevator. Contact about to be made, in big no-scope from Deco as he was right underneath Vladen there. He didn't have that information. Pull with the final headshot with the AK-47 onto Dragon there at the end of the round, and things are all tied up again at 6. Deco with a big pick to open up round 13 here. Vladen down in T-spawn as he got caught with that Deagle peeking. iNation stacked up inside long entry door here. Now making some footsteps. Travis going to stop Dragon in his tracks, and Travis gets another 2 headshots after that. And Travis with 4 headshots as he finishes off PTK there at long entry, and one win have recaptured the lead by a single round. iNation spreading out a bit on their default here, taking control of mid, but now actually getting a bit aggressive at Catwalk. Glowing is going to go ahead and fall back just a few steps there towards a platform. Glow falling back further now, taking a pair of damage as well. PTK quick headshot after pushing out mid there, takes out Colt and Spawn. But a couple trades going out after that at Catwalk brings us to a 3-on-3 situation, 38 seconds on the clock. Glowing having to deal with more angles. He's got his eyes on Cat and Long here. Choi ultimately going to make quick work of him once he gets the angle. iNation still with the one-man advantage, but Deco still with that AWP, and he's watching Cross. Just gets Choi. Vladen will be able to pick up the C4. 10 seconds remaining. He is going to get the plant down. Skipper with an eye on Cat. Almost lined up a collab, but Raven taking him out. And Vladen nearly getting killed through the box there, but ultimately able to hold off. And that 1v2 hits both shots with the AK-47. And we're tied up again, this time it's 7 rounds each. Going into the final round of the first half here, can iNation recapture the lead? Flayden leading his team out long. Does get that initial pick onto Travis. Glowing with a nicely placed HE to get the trade. Still quite a bit of time for iNation to work with here. About a minute and a half. Glowing, pushing out of doors, finds the headshot onto Choi behind Xbox. Brings the one-man advantage to one win, and Dragon on the long peak evens things out with the scout. Nice headshot onto Deco up there behind barrels. Holt able to get one on the crosshair, sways the advantage back towards one win. And Glowing with a nice shot through the smoke. Holt with a nice nade toss right before that. And we'll be headed into the second half with one win up 8-7. Back in just a couple minutes. Don't go anywhere. We are officially underway here for the second half. One win in iNation. Grand Final BO3 for this EU Cash Cup. One win up by a single round here on map 1. Dragon opening up with a nice one tap there at long A. Raven down. Early one-man advantage for iNation. One win. Getting aggressive at Cat, and it's another one tap coming in for the iNation side. This time from Skipper. One win, still advancing up Catwalk here. Holt watching his flank, will find Dragon pushing from long. Still a one-man advantage for iNation. Skipper with another nice headshot at long A entry doors. Deco and Travis going to try to take the A site here. 2v4 situation. Travis on the plant. Deco on the peak. Deco will get PTK and CT spawn there. Looking for a second. He gets it. Choive down. Deco for a third. Can he get the fourth? He's got to be careful on that side angle, and Vladen able to get the jumping headshot, I believe. Or it might have been right just as he was landing. But Vladen with a nice play there to clutch things up. And we're going to be all tied up 8-8 here on map 1. Vladen with that early Molotov to hold off the B tunnel push. But one win not quite in tunnel yet, although they are spread out a bit here. We do have one in B tunnel now, but he's just keeping an eye on stairs area. One win, advancing onto the A side from Catwalk, making their way towards platform. Pult with a nice pick using that Galil. Dragon down near ramp. Deco peeks over into CT spawn ramp. Takes care of PTK there, and this should be a round going the way of one win. iNation likely going to be forced into a save here. And iNation indeed falling back to save their weapons. 2 M4s and an MP9. Choi maybe going to get a bit aggressive there on an exit. It looks like a timeout has been taken here, potentially on behalf of iNation, still deciding on their buy. Dragon has not bought yet. He might be on a full save here with that USP. Dragon ultimately going to be dropped a deagle here. Freeze time will be unpaused. And we'll see if iNation has what it takes to tie things up here. Weapon-wise on each team, it's fairly balanced. Glow still hanging on to that scout. 3 Galils as well on the T side. Skipper using that silenced M4 at long does take out Travis. Travis with a nicely tossed Molotov in return, though, for the trade. One win, making their way out middle, led by Deco. He's going to take out Choi. PTK there for the trade. Things getting a bit wild here at middle. PTK and Dragon both taking a lot of damage. Flayden potentially going to have to come up big here. Pult making his way towards window for the bomb. Thought both him and Raven were potentially going to take some fire there from CT spawn, but that's not the case. PTK making his way into the site with nearly no HP. He needs backup. He maybe went in too early. Probably should have waited there for Dragon, but ultimately Pult going to get a quick 2 from the site with his Galil. Raven getting a kill there as well. And one win, increasing their lead to 2 rounds here on map 1. Glowing with a nice initial pick there. First blood drawn at long. Flayden down. iNation on a full save here. So barring a true tragedy, this should be around for one win. One win. Still taking their time, though. They're going to go ahead and smoke cross. PTK going to be seen making his way out of that initial smoke. Raven going to take care of him. Raven good for a second, looking for more. Glowing going to back him up. Travis throws his AK into the mix as well through the smoke grenade. And that will indeed be 11th round secured for one win. Another timeout being taken here, potentially on behalf of iNation. And iNation seemingly getting outplayed on a lot of these initial peaks here now that they're on the CT side. We'll see if they can swing some momentum back in their favor or if one win is going to start pulling away with this one. 1-1 spread out a bit, taking control of Xbox, but Choiv right there, left-hand side of door, does take care of Ravenlot on Xbox. Glowing immediately trades back. 4-on-4 situation. Glowing did get tagged down to 40 HP in that skirmish. Smoke from Glowing popped at CT spawn here. Dragon still on box boost of spawn exit. $50 seconds on the clock. 1-win, not fully committing to either site yet. They're going to lose a player at B. A couple picks going down at mid as well. And PTK with the final touch, taking out Deco on Catwalk. And iNation slices that lead to just 2 rounds, so maybe getting back in the groove here. Dragon still going to be on that AWP. Deco going to be opping again for the T side. 1-win will be able to squeeze out a full buy here again. Choiv getting a bit of redemption there after that initial pick, but Glowing still leading 1-win up long A. Dragon with a nice pick from Catwalk slows down 1-win just a bit, but Deco with a nice reaction shot onto CT spawn ramp near elevator. Choiv down. 1-man advantage for 1-win. PTK and Dragon forced back onto Catwalk. They might be yep, looks like they will indeed be saving this one. Might have been close if they went for this. Deco sitting at only 37 HP, but the safer decision, of course, saving. But you gotta be careful now. You're giving 1-win a 12th round. They're getting into that home stretch area of map 1. You really don't want to be giving up any more rounds like this, even if it was a 1-man disadvantage. Dragon catches Glowing just... I don't know if he was just confused or didn't realize how visible he was there. But Dragon with the easy off pick there to start off the round. See if 1-1 can bounce back from that. Deco will acquire the C4 from Long. And he's going to hold out there with Travis. Travis is able to take out Skipper there at long entry corner. Deco good for another as well. Dragon still playing Car. Going to get taken out by Raven there at Catwalk. Didn't have the support he thought he had at Cat there. I don't know if there's some kind of miscommunication or he just didn't think he had to look Cat yet. Vladen does take care of Pull the Catwalk, but with no HP remaining, Raven's going to clean him up there in middle, and that'll be a 13th round secured for 1-win. Both teams using some utility early here. One win once again, spreading out on their default, taking control of mid. And ever so carefully making their way up catwalk again. One win falling back a bit off cat, but not rotating B tunnel yet. This is still potentially going to be an A split. iNation still holding their position somewhat conservatively here. And one win almost certainly going to commit to A here unless this is just a late fake. Almost too late to be faking now. Looks like this will be an A split. Travis moving up long. Gets the one tap onto PTK in Big Pit. Deco doing his part, taking the site from catwalk as well. And one win will be able to get this planted here at the A side. And once again, iNation going to be saving. Skipper able to get one, looking for a second. Does bring it to a 3v3, but iNation's still going to be saving this. Skipper with only 6 HP. So that's certainly a contributing factor here. Skipper going to try to get out of there to save his silenced M4. But Glowing moving out middle. You're going to have to be careful. Glowing right there to finish off Skipper with the headshot. Glowing looking for more, but Vladen and Choiv securely hidden in the B side here. Looks like they will survive and retain their weapons. But a 14th round going the way of one win. Looks like pause will be taken here, potentially again by iNation. They're not in the best economic scenario. This round's probably going to be somewhat of a half buy here. Looks like live play will be resuming. iNation deciding to fill out their lineup with 2 FAMASs and an MP9 here. In addition to, of course, those 2 saved M4s from last round. Travis getting aggressive early there at long A. Does take care of Skipper. The round not starting out too hot here for iNation as they lose another on catwalk. Raven moving up from Xbox, looking for more. Glowing up, backing him up there right before cat stairs. PTK down, and iNation with only Choiv and Vladen remaining. And map 1 seemingly out of their hands here if they're going to go ahead and save. They're going to have to hope for quite a comeback if they're going to try to push overtime. Choiv does get a late kill there. Make that 2 for Choiv. 1 in spawn. 1 right in front of B box. But ultimately, both Vladen and Choiv will fall there at the end of the round, not able to save their weapons, and one win now sitting at match point here on map 1. Contact about to be made at both long and mid. Travis gonna draw first blood at long A. That's Skipper getting picked early. iNation with 3 MP9s and M4 left to work with. Choi does get one with the MP9 at mid, but ultimately traded a couple seconds later there by glowing. And Travis right behind Dragon, who didn't check that immediate interior angle. Travis going to go ahead and one-tap him. It's only PTK remaining here to hold them in the map. He's ultimately going to get headshot there by Pult at DD, and one win convincingly taking map 1 there as they pull away in the second half. We'll be back for map 2 of this grand final in just a few minutes. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to the stream. We are officially live for Map 2, this Cash Cup Grand Final best of 3 between iNation and One Win. One Win taking initial control of lobby here on Nuke, but it's going to be Skipper drawing first blood with those dual Berettas at Hunt entrance. Raven able to get the trade. Travis good for one more. As One Win looks to take the interior site, they will get C4 planted here at A. 2v2 situation. Choi does get one on the retake, all up to Dragon now for iNation. Does get a chance to take a shot at Raven, but ultimately Polt gonna fly out there from Hut. Find another Glock headshot for himself, and One Win up 1-0. Some nicely placed early mollies there from One Win. Put out a lot of damage. Chico able to get 3 after that with the Galil as he leads his team out. Squeaky door. Skipper with a clean 1D from Heaven. He is tagged down to 12 HP from the skirmish before that. 2-on-2 situation. About 1:15 on the clock. Bomb will be planted at A. Gonna be a rough retake for iNation. Skipper still with only 12 HP. Vladen only working with a CZ, but Vladen still able to get pulled there at first vent. It's all up to Glowing for One Win. 1v2 situation, 56 HP, brings it to a 1v1 after taking out Vladen on right-hand side of Rafters, and does get the finishing blow onto Skipper, who was already tagged up, down to 12 HP as mentioned, and One Win now up 2-0 here on Nuke. iNation's going to go ahead and force buy. Not sure if that's the safest move here, but they're going to go for it. 2 MP9s, a Scout, a FAMAS in the hands of Choi, and Skipper with a Desert Eagle. Choiv peeking out of secret stairs will get Travis outside. Glowing leading his team down ramp still, though, with that MAC-10. Raven will fall back for that C4. Still a 4-on-4 situation. Deco making his way out of Mini there. And we saw his head just creeping in on Dragon's screen, but Dragon not able to react in time. One-man advantage here for one win. 45 seconds on the clock. Raven looking for a pick inside, not going to be able to find it yet. Skipper with a nice 1D watching the flank up from heaven there. Ravenlot leading his team out of Squeaky, picks up 2 quickly with the glow, but Skipper going wild with that. Deagle picks up 2 more. That's 3 on the round, brings it to a 1v1. Deagle has his location, has higher HP and the AK, and Deco will finish off Skipper there, but it started getting close. Skipper not able to do any damage there on Deco at the end, and one win will increase their lead to 3 rounds here on map 2. One win getting aggressive outside, already making their way past secret, down secret stairs. PTK on the flank from lobby, though, gonna take out one win's lurker as Polt gets tagged out near vending machines there. Flayden looking to put out some damage near vents. Does tag Skipper for about 30 damage, but one win still ultimately on the rotations here from outside, and Glowing will capitalize on that. Choiv down on the flank angle, and Hell. Travis and Deco clearing out lower. Good for 2. Glowing good for another, and it's only Dragon left with 9 HP. He is still hiding corner of sight, though, and Deco able to get the trade at that after that initial 5-7 headshot defensively, but still another round going the way of one win. They're up 4-0 now here on Nuke. One win looking to take control of outside, and so far they are. Choiv gonna land a bit of damage outside there through that smoke grenade. The top of secret. One win can go ahead and slow it down just a bit here. One win also making their way towards ramp somewhat, but Vladen with a big 2K there. Og headshot and a well-placed Molotov. 2-man advantage for iNation. Glowing going to get taken care of by Choiv as well as he tries to get the flank from Mini to Hell. And this should be an iNation round, barring some sort of Iron Man miracle here from One. PTK will finish off Travis in Big Garage there, and it's only Deco remaining here for the terrorist side. TK looking to take care of Deco at outer, not quite able to do so. Deco, good for 2, lands that headshot onto Choiv near CT rails, but Dragon ultimately there for the trade with the AWP. And iNation secure their first round of the map so far. One win still with some cash to fall back on here. Looks like they will buy up at least a few rifles. 2 Grills and 2 AKs being bought here on the T side. Travis essentially going to be on the full save here with the bomb. One win, letting a bit more time run off the clock here. They're still in secret. I'm not sure if iNation realized just how many of them got through on the cross there. Travis getting things going at lower. 1 dig onto PTK, who is guarding caution door. One win taking control of the B site, glowing out into default. Quick headshot towards ramp side. Vladen down. Bomb will be planted without any further contest. Dragon on the rotation from ramp will find an op kill for himself. Skipper rotating through outside finds a kill for himself as well, but ultimately iNation will be saving this. This will be a 5th round going the way of 1 win. iNation going to be on a full buy here. Dragon was able to retain that AWP as well. A couple other M4s were saved. Or excuse me, an AK was saved as well. It's in the hands of PTK now. Vladen getting aggressive, pushed all the way through ramp already, is going to be seen by Vending. He's going to fall back just a bit here towards ramp. About 1:20 on the clock. First blood hasn't been drawn yet. Dragon watching Hut with that close angle. The AWP does find one, finds a second. Travis able to lead out Squeaky and get that initial pick, but it's Dragon good for a 3rd with that AWP from just outside of Hut. It's going to be all up to Polt from 1 win now. 50 seconds on the clock, 1v3 situation. Silenced M4 in hand, moving through mini garage. He's going to have to get that first kill at Heaven. He does. Second headshot coming in onto PTK. 1v1 situation, but didn't have the information needed. How could he have known? Dragon was at opposite vent there. Dragon slyly making his way over there just about 20 seconds before that. And iNation securing a 2nd round for themselves here on map 2. See if they can close the gap a little bit more here. 1 win is going to be on a Deagle round. 3 Deagles being bought here on the T side. 2 Ts full saving with blocks. So as we've seen in previous ecos from 1 win, don't rule them out on a half buy. They're certainly still very dangerous with 3 Deagles right now. Gonna have to be careful of Choi making that peek from secret stairs. I believe he was seen by Raven there, who had the quick head sack by Red Container. PTK looking to do some damage here by Mini. Gets the first. Looking for more. Does a little bit of damage after that. Actually, he was on the receiving end of some damage, but ultimately able to get 2 headshots there in the end, and that'll be a 3rd round for iNation as they slice that lead to 2 rounds. 1 win, not looking so invincible on Nuke now. When taking control of T Silo, trying to get a pick outside. It's actually going to be Deco drawing first blood there at Squeaky with that Galil. So TPK is down. We'll see if 1 win decides to try to take A. Travis trying to jump his way off Mini there, potentially going for a flank, but Dragon going to find him in midair. Aiming out from secret stairs there. 1 win making their way down ramp to lower, led by Raven. Raven going to be taken out by Dragon in office. 1-man advantage for iNation. Only 25 seconds for 1 win to work with here. Deco still with the bomb in hand. He's up in heaven waiting for his teammates to meet up with him at the A site. 10 seconds on the clock. Deco does get 1. He's going to have to make the drop. 2v3 situation. Pult brings it to a 2v2. Big play there from Pult. Pult finding a second as well, and that's going to leave only Choiv remaining here for iNation. Pult spots him in heaven. Molotov is out, and it looks like Choiv will indeed be saving this. Might be looking for an exit at Mini. Looks for the exit, but ultimately Deco there to return fire with the AWP, and 1 win back up by 3 rounds again. Looks like a timeout has been taken here. Potentially on behalf of iNation trying to get back into this one. Dragon's still going to be on the AWP here, but kind of a random assortment of weapons for the CTs going into this round. Mag 7, a Deagle, an M4, and a FAMAS to round out the lineup there defensively. Squeaky is opened early, but 1 win leaning outside already. Choiv playing his default on secret stairs. They're actually backing up a bit now to the lower side of secret stairs. Raven potentially looking to lead the flank towards Hell here. They know Dragon is in there with an AWP. Dragon gonna go ahead and fall back to ramp room with that op. Travis dropping off Heaven after flanking does take care of PTK. Pole throwing his AK into the mix, finds another, but nice play from Dragon, picks up another two, including a no-scope there. Dragon going big from lobby, but ultimately going to have to save here as he's left in a 1v3. Dragon narrowly dodging some spam there, but lands a shot onto Deco, tries to finish him off, but probably should have just fell back and saved that AWP. iNation not in the best economic scenario here as One Win increases their lead, now up 7-3. iNation with a few upgraded pistols here, but really not much to work with. One Win starting to make their way outside here, using quite a bit of utility. About a minute left on the round. One Win advancing past Mini once again, potentially looking for this flank scenario by Hell. And Travis gonna see Skipper floating at Raptor there, but Skipper able to take out Glowing, almost takes out Travis as well. Tagged him down into the red HP there to 16. Leaves us in a 4-on-4 situation, 30 seconds on the clock. One Win, looks like they will commit Secret to B. Unless they choose to fly up vents, but that would be too risky. So Polt's going to go ahead and Molotov vents off. But Travis didn't realize Choiv already made his way through before the Molotov was down. Choiv picking up that AWP and finding a second. Ultimately, time will expire, and that'll be a round going the way of iNation. One Win not able to get the C4 planted. Looks like potentially another timeout taken by iNation here as they discuss how to get back into this one. That last round was a good start. Live play will be resuming here as we go into round 12. Both teams again on a full buy, both teams without a lot of money to fall back on either. PTK opening things up big defensively there as One Win tries to make their way into the A site. PTK picking up a quick 2K into Squeaky area. Deco narrowly missing a couple op spams there into inner through the hut wall. But ultimately, this is a two-man advantage for iNation. They should hold on to this one. Deco and Raven potentially saving, but Raven's still all the way there in Squeaky. So this could go either way. Save someone from iNation. Yep! They walked right in to Raven's crosshair there. Gets the pick at Garage as he was looking through Mini all the way back to Big Garage. Raven now making his way towards ramp room, followed up by Deco with the C4. Raven picks up another at ramp, brings it to a 2-on-2. Anything is possible here. 12 seconds on the clock. They're going to need to get that C4 down immediately. Contact about to be made, though, and Dragon hitting the no-scope onto Deco. That might be the round winner. There's not enough time to plant now, and all Raven can do is save that AWP. Heartbreaker for 1 win. But ultimately a nice no-scope from Dragon there. Deco and Raven with a couple quick picks in unison there as iNation tries to get aggressive outside. Dragon and Skipper falling early. Still a minute 30 or so on the clock here. Bolt getting aggressive towards vending machines as well. See if 1win decides to take ramp here. No indications yet. But 1win still with the 2-man advantage. Bladen making his way into vending machine area. Pult's still there. Pult will fall. Choi gonna pick up 2 from gray container outside Garage. Nice AK play there from Choi. Vladen with the long-range MP9. Travis picked outside Garage. It's all up to Deco. AWP in hand, 33 seconds on the clock. Does have the C4. Deco sliding his way out of heaven. Will get the bomb planted just in time. Narrowly misses his chance at taking out PTK there. PTK making his way behind blue box there, and Deco doesn't know that. PTK waiting a while before the peek. Nicely played. Diffuse coming in, and that'll be a 6th round for iNation here in the first half of map 2 of this Cash Cup Grand Final best of 3. Travis already making his way to lower through vents. iNation may or may not realize that he got all the way through there. Glowing, Deco and company making their way through secret to meet up with him at lower here. iNation giving up some more spacing. PTK picked at the B site. Vladen falling back up ramp. Bomb has been planted. We'll see if iNation decides to go for this. Looks like iNation already deciding on the save here. And a nice execute from 1win, splitting vent and secret to meet up at the B site. They cleared out without any hesitancy there. And that'll be an 8th round secured by 1win as we head into the final round the first half in just a moment here. Early utility coming out from both sides there at Squeaky, and Travis once again makes his way down vents. And once again, it's unclear if iNation has that info or not. Travis lurking up the flank on the secret stairs. He should be able to get Choiv here. No issue. And he's going for the knife. I don't know if Choiv heard it or not. He might have been confused even if he did hear it. Travis on the ultimate flank there converts on the knife. And now he's flanking near Hell. He's hopping up barrels here to get near rafters, but ultimately Dragon going to be waiting with that Desert Eagle just below second rafters. Deco and Pult will clean things up. One win will be going into the second half, up 9-6 here in this grand final. We'll be live for the second half in just a couple minutes. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back. We are officially live for the second half here. One win, leading by 3 rounds. Can iNation bounce back a bit here? Do they have a strong enough T side on Nuke to pull this off? Travis gets the initial kill there. PTK leading his team out. HUD glowing with a nice pick through the smoke grenade there into the A side. Travis picking up 2 more with that CZ. Vladen responding with 2 trades of his own, but ultimately Digo going to finish him off there and lobby. And that'll be a 10th round going the way of 1 win. Hold opening things up big defensively there at ramp. Takes out 2 with the MP9. Vladen there to get the trade. Choiv having to fall back a bit here towards gray container instead of going straight inside because he only has 7 HP. Glowing, falling back to lower to secure the B side here. Still a 3-on-3 situation. Minute 5 on the clock. Likely This round is in favor of one win, especially with Choiv sitting only 7 HP. And iNation working with 2 Tech 9s here. Vladen does still have the C4 in hand. 45 seconds on the clock. iNation going to have to do something soon here. Vladen pushing A. Nice little Tech 9 headshot. Will get the bomb planted. Brings it to a 2-on-2 situation. Travis does get one glowing there on the trade. Takes out Dragon, but ultimately Vladen coming up big again with that Tech 9. And that'll be a 7th round going the way of iNation, who are certainly not out of this yet. Glowing, going big from Secret with the Desert Eagle, lines up 2, including a nice headshot there onto Skipper. Dragon checking all his angles, does take care of Travis pushing red connector, or excuse me, red container there. Dragon good for a second as he gets some redemption onto Glowing there at Secret Stairs. 3-on-3 situation, minute 15 on the clock. iNation with control of the A site, though. Vladen, nice little headshot onto Raven coming out of Hut. iNation should be able to get the C4 planted inner here, but they are going to have to deal with Pult. Pult gets one from Heaven. Brings it to a 2-on-2. Pult looking for more from that high angle, but ultimately Vladen returning fire there from default. Pult down. It's all up to Deco now. Deco with the Deagle. Pulls out the Galil now. Deco advancing onto the site. Looking for that first pick. Can't quite find it. That'll be another kill coming from Vladen there in an 8th round, going the way of iNation, who has sliced this lead of 1 win to just 2 rounds now here on map 2. TPK leading iNation outside, picks up a quick 2. Dragon backing him up for a 3rd there. And this round is all iNation. Glowing finished off in mini there. And iNation within a single round now of tying this up potentially. Deco opening things up strong defensively here. Able to pick out 2 outside. Early 2-man advantage for 1 win. Glowing taking care of Dragon and Secret Stairs. Some nice patience there from Glow. All up to Choid and Vladen now on the T side. They are lurking the B side. They do have the C4. They know there's got to be at least one close here. Contact about to be made between Vladen and Glow. Vladen going to come out on top of that one. Nice headshot onto Glow. Vladen going for the C4 plant. Choiv going to be covering him here with the Galil. Bomb has been planted. 1 win with a 2-man advantage. Going to retake 4-on-2 here, primarily from ramp. Travis Has that flank angle from caution door. Let's see if that'll pay off for him. Door has been swung open. Deco making his way down ramp. Finds that initial headshot onto Vladen. And Travis will finish off Choi in the back of the site. Travis good for the defuse as well. And that'll be one win, going up 11-9 here in the second half. iNation able to clinch the initial pick there. Letting some time off the clock as they walk towards ramp. Able to get a second pick. Vladen taking out Polt on ramp. Good signs for iNation thus far. Trying to make their way into the B-side. Vladen going to take quite a bit of damage there as he makes his way down ramp. Deco and Travis good for 3. Deco with a nice 2 headshots with the AK-47 there. Choi gonna fake the plant. He's got Dragon with him, but it's still a one-win, one-man advantage here. Choi with a nice nade, but ultimately gives away his position, and Travis gonna take care of him there. Dragon with nowhere to go. Tries to whip around with the AWP on that angle coming out of caution, but ultimately that'll be a 12th round. Going the way of one win. And iNation running out of options here. They really needed that round to stay in this one. They've got a couple players low on money here on the T side, and that's certainly going to work against them this round. Holt again, going big early there, holding off 2 at inner with the AUG. Or excuse me, towards ramp, kind of in that vending area. Glowing, finding another for one win. Skipper down all up to Choi and Vladen. Choi and Vladen do each have an AK here, but this is going to be a rough 2v4 for them. Their locations are known. They've got Deco posted up with that AWP, watching hell intently. They do drop a smoke. They are going to be able to get by Deco's scope and make their way up ladder. Raven, grabs the first. Deco making his way up ladder, misses the no-scope, has a chance to redeem himself. I think he did tag Choi down to 27. Choi still alive, able to finish off. Deco there switches to the AWP. Choi finds another. And Raven, I don't know what happened there. Did he get disconnected from the server? We're now sitting in a 1v1 situation. Choi will plant the bomb. And I think Raven did actually get DC'd there. Travis. He's made the peak, but Choi able to finish off the round in iNation's favor, and certainly a technical pause going to be inbound now. Give us just a moment as we figure out just how serious this tech issue is. Looks like Raven already reconnecting, so we should be going live momentarily here. iNation tries to make some peeks early outside here. Ultimately, Dragon gonna get picked. One win with the early one-man advantage. iNation still able to make their way down secret, though. Deco able to get 2, looking for a third. Troy with the AWP waiting on the angle. Quick trade. Going out there outside and glowing will find the final member of iNation as well. And that'll be a 13th round going the way of one win as they inch ever closer to winning this Cash Cup. iNation going to have to come up pretty big here to slow down this momentum. Timeout has been taken, I believe, on behalf of iNation. They haven't bought here yet. There's really not a whole lot they can buy. They might go for some sort of upgraded pistol half buy here on the T side. We'll see what they decide. Looks like back-to-back pauses have been taken. Give me a moment to make sure there's no technical issues going on behind the scenes here. Raven holding this initial push from iNation inside. And Raven good for 2, backed up by his teammates Glow and Travis, able to make quick work of iNation defensively there. Not much iNation could do. Being outgunned there. But that's going to leave iNation again in a not so ideal economic scenario. Going up against a fully weaponed one win. Travis looking to make a couple stops here. Gets 2. He knows there's a third that made his way down vents. Ultimately, Choi can be taken care of downstairs. It's only Vladen remaining there, and Ramp Bolt going to make quick work of him with that M4. And one win, sitting at match point now, up 15-10 here on map 2, on the verge of potentially winning this Cash Cup and taking home $3,000 for themselves. going with another initial stop inside there. Choiv on the trade. Choiv good for 2, both headshots. Deco ultimately able to make the trade, but there's only one player remaining here for 1 win. It's Pulp making his way in from heaven. He's going to be taken out by PTK in the corner of default there, and that'll be 11th round for iNation. Can they potentially push overtime here? iNation letting a little bit of time off the clock here. Both teams are on a full buy. Deco on the AWP once again. 3 AUGs actually being used here on the CT side. iNation going to have to be careful of these long-range angles. Dragon still using that AWP offensively. Keeping an eye on HUD. Deco and Glowing going to draw first blood. That's 2 down for iNation as they try to peek ramp there. Travis taking out Skipper. It's Squeaky. Dragon on the trade out of Squeaky. Can he get another? Not quite. And it's all up to Fladen now to keep iNation in the tournament. Lands a headshot onto Glowing. Switches out for the AWP at the wrong moment. And Deco going to make him pay for that. Congratulations to 1 win. The winners of this EU Cash Cup Summer number 7 to be exact. They'll be taking home $3,000 for their first place prize. Second place will be $1,000, and there will be potentially a runoff match for 3rd or 4th. I'm not 100% sure about that. Oh, looks like there won't be because the total pool here was 4K, so it will be 3K for first, 1K for second. Congrats to 1 win on taking home the Cash Cup today. It's been fun casting this, guys. Thanks for the support. I'll be hosting whoever's doing the NA Cash Cup later today. I'm sure that'll be an exciting semifinal and grand final as well. Go ahead and give me a follow on Twitter if you haven't. Same alias at Hamtaro1H. Until next time, guys, thanks for the support and have a great day.